accruing to the household from all sources. Now just remember the private income. Private income was the income of household sector and the firm sector. So it means if from the private income I subtract the income of the firm, I will get the income of the household. Or simply, private income minus the income earned by the firms is equal to the personal income. Now this income of the firms, as you know, the income of the firms is profit. And profit constitutes three things: dividend, corporate tax. Remember this, we have also done the operating surplus in national income, and corporate savings, or we also call them as retained earnings of private enterprises, or we also call them as undistributed profit. Now let's see. It means that personal income is, first logic is clear, that personal income is the private income minus the profit, or the three constituents of profit. But actually, if you look at this dividend, then you know that dividend is what? It is the money which is paid to the shareholder as an interest. It is like an interest, but it is specifically paid to the shareholders holding the shares of a company. So which means that dividend has already been given to the shareholders, and shareholders are the household sectors. They are the public of the economy. Like I may have the shares of a particular company, so it will give me the dividend. So it means that now profit doesn't contain three things, it contains only two things. That is, I have to subtract from the private income corporate tax and corporate savings, and I will get the personal income. So private income minus corporate tax and corporate saving or retained earning or undistributed profit is equal to personal income. This is the formula for personal income. It is equal to private income minus corporate tax and corporate saving or retained earnings of the private enterprise. And definition is, it is the income accruing to the household from all sources. Then next last aggregate of the private income is the personal disposable income. Many times abbreviated as PDI, that is personal disposable income. Actually this is the actual income which is showing you the actual purchasing power in the economy. Means how much goods can be consumed in an economy, or how much consumption and saving can be done in an economy. It is, first of all, understand the meaning. Disposable means at your own will. You can use it at your own will. Whatever you want, you can do with it. Okay, no one else has to interfere in between. Now just look at the definition. It is the income left after making all necessary payments to the government. It means from the personal income, whatever income is left with you or with the household sector after making the necessary payments to the government is known as the personal disposable income. Or it is the income which is my own income. Suppose the salary of a person is 10,000 and he has to pay 500 as tax. So it means 9,500 is the income at his disposal. Okay, he can use that income as he wishes. He can spend it or he can save it. So it means that if from the personal income, again I subtract two things. That is, first is direct taxes, or sometimes also referred to as direct personal taxes or personal taxes. That is mainly the income tax charged by the government, and miscellaneous receipt. Now this miscellaneous receipt is any fine or penalty which has been imposed by the government on the particular person. Suppose this person is riding his two-wheeler without a helmet and has to pay 200 rupees as fine. So now his disposable income is 9,300. So it means along with the taxes we also subtract the miscellaneous receipts of the government, which mainly include the fines and penalties levied by the government on the public. Then I get the personal disposable income, right? And this is the income of the household which it can use as on its own will. Why we are referring only to the household? Because actually the economy is all about the household. All the members of the economy, whether they are firms or any other organization or the government or the rest of the world, they all actually belong to the household. So this PDI is also equal to the consumption and saving. It means that if in some question household consumption expenditure and household saving is given to me, then I can add these two or C plus S and I will get my personal disposable income. Then from the personal disposable income I can find personal income by adding these two. Okay, and similarly the private income can be found out. Suppose I have started, actually this whole chart can be used for moving from top to bottom or from bottom to top. That's why I am making it again. Here, like see this was private income. From private income we subtracted corporate tax and corporate saving, or we also call them as retained earning or undistributed profits. Then we get the personal income, and subtracting these we get the personal disposable income. So if I have the personal disposable income, by adding these two, I add these two direct taxes and miscellaneous receipt, I will get the personal income. And if I again add corporate tax and corporate saving to personal income, I will get the private income. Then again refer to this chart. On its top it had NDP FC. Remember when we made the chart for private income, how to calculate private income, on the top it was NDP FC. So it means from private income I can also move on to the calculation of national income. For that type of question, from the private income, first I will find out B. I will extract B. Remember B was the factor income earned by the private sector. So from private income I will subtract NDI, I will subtract NFIA, and I will subtract the current transfers from abroad and current transfers from government. Then I will get my B, that is the domestic product earned by the private sector. And if I add the domestic product earned by the government, I will get the NDP FC. And again adding NFIA to it will give me national income. So this whole chart can be used for moving from top to bottom or from bottom to top.